Well, it's been a long time on the channel since we've played Fallout 76, but that's what we're doing today, and more specifically, we're going to be building a camp. I'm playing this game again partially because I'm going on a service trip to West Virginia in August, so I guess this is good preparation for that, because of course Fallout 76 is exactly like West Virginia in real life. Speaking of West Virginia in real life, of course, near immediately after I start recording, I run into a couple of super mutants and, well, whatever those things are next to them. Now, at the time of this recording, I'm still very early on in the playthrough and I'm still wearing my Vault suit. I actually went straight from Vault 76 directly to the Brotherhood of Steel because I thought I would get free power armor. No, that did not happen. While I was on my way to the Brotherhood of Steel base, I actually passed by a nuclear power plant in a town filled with mole miners. I decided to head back to the power plant and build my base nearby because the area looked cool. After falling off the cliff a couple times trying to figure out a good spot, I finally decided to place down my camp and start building. Falling off the cliff actually helped me to get a better understanding of what was in the area, because almost immediately after the first time I fell off the cliff, I saw a super mutant in the distance chasing after a mole, which, well, I already saw super mutants, but this also confirmed that they were a lot more common in the area. Also, just in case it wasn't clear enough that this area was full of enemies that I did not want to deal with, this is some footage from when I was on the way to the Brotherhood of Steel base and I almost ran right into a blue devil, and I have no idea what a blue devil is, but all I know is that I do not want to fight it because it is level 50 and I am not. After a while of building, I actually ended up running out of wood, so I went back to Vault 76 because I heard that to the southwest there was a lot of forest where I could find some fallen trees that I could collect wood from. So I just went around the area looking around for a while, and at first I was just walking down the road trying to get deeper into the woods and ended up coming across a few abandoned military vehicles and some other cars, which I just kind of looked around for a minute. Of course, nearly immediately I ran into this raider, but after I dealt with the raider, I did get some decent loot out of him, like some ammunition and a stim pack, and I continued to look for wood. And by wood, I of course mean more cars and stuff, because, I cannot stay on task for more than 5 seconds at a time. After a few more minutes of scavenging, I ended up going over a hill and found this fortified cave, which, well, actually turned out to be nothing of importance. I originally thought that it must be some raider camp, and I just didn't see whoever was defending it yet, but it ended up being all clear, so I went and looked for anything that might be valuable. When I got closer to the cave, I saw that it was called Organ Cave West, and that's not really a name that seems very safe, so I decided not to go into the cave, but rather just look around the surface and hope I did not run into anything dangerous. After looking around the cave entrance for a while, I actually ended up seeing this Blue Ridge Caravan outpost, which I looked around for a little while. Of course, not before grabbing some wood.
Finally, a nice day.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
I looked around the place for a little while before realizing that I had some of the greatest luck I'll ever have in my entire life, because actually there was power armor there, which I have been looking for the entire playthrough. Well, not just this playthrough, but also when I first played the game too. But I only found it now, completely on accident, when looking for wood for my base, of course. I saw another player's base down the road, which I ended up checking out, and it was nearly identical to one that I ended up seeing again down the road only like a few seconds later, which was kind of weird, but I ignored it and moved on. Back at my base, the progress was coming along pretty well, and I had a bed at least and a terminal, so I ended up leaving my power armor there just to keep it safe. The next morning, I also added a turret and a grill to my base, which wasn't really a lot of progress, but I also did work on the porch a little bit, which was decent progress. So after a while, I decided to return to the Blue Ridge caravan base to see if there was anything worth salvaging, any more like more power armor parts, or maybe I could just look around for some more wood, which I did. Um, but the weird thing was that at the Blue Ridge caravan base, I actually found that nearly half of everybody there had died for, well, no reason. I guess they just had a heart attack upon seeing me because they knew that I stole their power armor or something. I don't know. Of course, I didn't notice the dead bodies at first because I was too busy trying to figure out how to pick a lock that I would never figure out. I have no idea how to do that yet. Anyways, after going upstairs, I saw somebody die right in front of me, which I guess they were just so much of a fan of the channel that seeing me immediately put them into cardiac arrest out of shock. Of course, like any sane person would, I took all of their belongings, including their wine and some other stuff like a pipe pistol, and continued on my way. Of course, I was once again reminded that I had no idea how to open a lock, even though I continued to try for a while. My editing software just stopped working, so that's all for this video. There will be a part 2, so like and subscribe if you want to see that. The part 2 should come out within the next week or two, I'd say, and I will probably also be doing a 4th of July special, so thank you for watching, and again, subscribe.